Hello guys, so welcome back to the crew, Waldron. The crew for newbies, part number 10, Mamma Mia Miata. We are going to try to win the Miata, being that the summit has started for July 2016. So the summit, as explained in part number 9, competition between players and you can win a car there or a bike. In this case it's the Mazda Miata, or the Mazda Mx-5 as we call it in Europe here. So what do we need to do, or what do we need to get to be guaranteed a car? You need to get a platinum medal, as explained in part number 9. And as I also explained in that video, I will not be recording footage of the free drive challenge and free drive stunts, although we have started with that. So me and a couple of friends, we have done 20 levels of free drive stunts, and we have done a 30 minutes free drive challenge, and that's what we started with. The result of that is that we are in first, me and a teammate. Not sure why the other one has a bit less, but first in the free drive, and then free drive challenge we are 5th and 6th, which is good enough for gold at this moment, but there are only a couple of hundred players ranked at this moment. That will all change tomorrow, of course, and that's where you all have to start controlling it. I haven't done everything yet, but I've done a couple of videos for the first looks and stuff like that. I am gonna stop this video here for a second. There you go. That can go, because later on we have done the drag. In the drag race we have tried a couple of cars out, and CTR3 seems to be the best, especially if you do this solo. If you do it in a crew, combination of Vipers and CTR3s seem to work. So event number 3, after I've done the free drive challenge and the free drive stunts, the drag. The drag takes place at the Bonneville Flat, or Salt Flats, whatever it's called. In this case, well, there are some cones in the middle, which is a bit of a problem. So we did it sort of 2 and 2. Two of my teammates were in the left lane, and me and Norcal were in the right lane. I was in a Viper, and he was in the CTR3. And we are gonna do a couple of more runs. And the result of it was that in the end we had the top 4. Here my mate decides to change lane, so I do it as well. There is somewhere in the middle of the track, there is like a gap there where you could change lanes without hitting all those cones, because if you hit the cones you will lose speed. .13.4, but our first run was the best, at least in this video. Like I said, we'll tried a couple of other cars first, the Mustang and so on, because a Mustang full grip can reach 655 kilometers an hour, which is the highest, but the track is a bit short to be able to get full advantage of the Mustang's high speed under slipstream. So it needs something with fast acceleration as the Viper, or with a decent speed as the CTR3. Not sure if it is in this video, but later on we all took the CTR3, but then we came with slower times though. Although as always in drag, it's always pretty close. We're talking about hundreds, thousands difference. And meanwhile, after doing a couple of events, I think that the times are already going down to 13.2. But as you can see here, top 3 in the lead overall leaderboard. I'm gonna skip the video a bit here. There's another finish. Because that is sort of how you have to do the summit. You have to do all these events. First you set a score in all of them. I'm taking a bit longer now. I'm sort of doing it event by event. Normally I would quickly do all the events, and then you sort of can start from tomorrow on controlling your scores and times. You see where you lose big time, which means that you need to have big improvement here or there in some of the events. Because in the end, 7 days later, next week's on Sunday, we need to have platinum to get the car. So, free drive challenge, free drive stunts and drag are done at this moment. As you can see, I got 1, 2, 3 events done. So, the drag can go. Then we come to the crew Speedtrap, which is the 4th event that we did. And, well, nothing new there. It is an old track. It's street spec, so we need to use the KTM bike, because simple under slipstream it can reach 381, 382 kilometers an hour. You're not going to be able to get that with a car. Here you see my second best run, and one of us is using a car for the simple reason that he has a new pet and he's still figuring it all out, and he can't change it to use the lean forward key, which is a bit of a problem because that gives you extra speed with a bike. You're just driving on throttle, you will not reach the top speed of a bike. You also need to lean forward, so you sort of have to use 2 keys, and then at the end also a bit of nitro. That's 3 keys or 3 buttons at the same time. You can see the speed go. Here I'm leaning forward using the nitro, and here I'm getting the draft. 382 at the checkpoint. 382. We use back on track. Now it gets a bit more tricky because it is within a city here, which makes, especially with a keyboard as I play, not that easy to turn these things, but sort of make it. Pretty decent corner here, avoiding the truck, and I'm getting a good draft here as well. Bit risky with the bus there, but I had to go for it. 339, if there is not traffic in that corner, if you're lucky in your run that there is no traffic, you can hit probably more there. Here number 2, forget about it, save the nitro, ignore this one, we will come back to that one later. Meanwhile the nitro bar almost filled up, so I can use it now. 352, can also be a bit higher here, seeing I'm only had 1 lead. If you can fix it, you have 3 leads here, or 2, might work better. Same here, I'm being led here by a car and a bike, the other one kinda lost some speed. I hit 382 here as well in my best run, because this is only the second best. But it's sort of, well, needs to be a bit more worked out over the week, because I am sure that averages will go over 350, 360 even. Here we turn around and then we go with whatever nitro we have, full bar here, we go for number 2 and try to finish it up. 343.7, but as I said, it wasn't the best run. I had a 345. which puts me in first place at Speedtrap at this moment. Of course, like I said, that will all change tomorrow and the next days, because people will recognize this track. They will know, the regular players, the regular teams, they know that the KTM is the fastest to use in a Speedtrap event. First in this event, which means we have done four events: free drive challenge, free drive stunts, the drag, and now the Speedtrap. As you can see here. So meanwhile, I dropped a few places in the free drive challenge. I'm no longer first there as I was after doing the free drive challenge, because we were probably the first to do it. Free drive stunts, I'm second. Someone else did a few levels more. We are fourth in the drag meanwhile. Also there, as I said, times are already at 12.8. But I'm still first in the cruise Speedtrap with 3:45. And my teammates have 3:38. Except for the one using a car. I guess he has to figure out how to use his pad and lean forward. And otherwise, you might have to go for a keyboard for this event, because not leaning forward with a bike loses a lot of speed. We tried to give him a score using a car, but then he only came like on an average of 310 or something. Here I'm quickly doing the Monster Arena. Already missed 500 there. This is a run if all goes right, perfect landings and so on. This is the Summit Arena. This means that the summit is always in the mountain states, at the Bonneville Salt Flats, so it's always this arena for the summit itself. That also means that we already have a couple of months of time to figure out the route here to do the combinations, and the run that I'm doing here, you will find probably a perfect run in this arena somewhere on my channel, being 90,000 plus. I'm not gonna score that here because already here I dropped down. Normally I should have hit coming through the air that 500 there, but like I mentioned in the part 9 video, it's a matter of getting a few scores on the tables, on the boards at first. We do it 720 here, try to land it 7,200 points. There are 4 of those things, but I don't have enough speed, and which also results in not enough time at the end. Also here the landing is good, but then I completely missed the 500 landing. So I'm losing points here and there. Here I get the 1 minute on the clock, and that's know at that point that I'm too late. Because I should have gone out on that ramp with the clock at 1 minute. So I already know that I'm way behind schedule. I should have like 42 seconds or something here. So I'm 5 seconds behind, which is a bit of a problem. Here I don't have enough speed, so I come up with another combination. Double Misty to get some 5,000 points. And here you need to have about 20 seconds at least, preferably 22, 23. Turn around, and then here the countdown sorta should start, but it's already on 5 seconds, so I do manage to land it just in time to get a score of 80,000. At this moment a few hundred players have are ranked, and that is good enough for second place. That will not be the case by far by the end of the week. People will score 90,000 plus in this arena, because as I said, it always comes back to the summit, so people know this arena, they know their combinations. It's the middle of the night here in Europe, so 376 players are ranked at this moment. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 events done. I believe this is sort of the moment where I'm trying to show you that I'm going to do the drift round next, but at that moment I'm getting a request from the team to have a first look at the brand time attack. Now, here are the devs are completely trolling us. They're giving us, or you could, it's a brand time, so you have to use your own car, the Maserati Gran Turismo in circuit spec. On a track where it is, well, snowing, ice raining or whatever it is, and it already is on snow and ice, the road as it is, even if it's not raining, you cannot drive on this part of the map. It's more than sliding stuff. It's a lot of playing around with the throttle, trying to get some grip here and there, and then if you have grip, go for it, get some speed, but as you can see, I'm going all over the place. Here again. Complete long angle with this one. So it's basically you're sliding from one corner to another and hitting barriers. I sort of know this part of the map though, but well, you still have to see where are the checkpoints, where is it finished. And also I'm trying to keep it as clean as possible here, which is not the way to go, by the way. But at this point I didn't know that. That's something later we found out. That it's just a matter of going full throttle and hope for the best. Traffic showing up in the middle of the corner, and it's not like on the normal road, then you can just go next to it. That's not the problem. Half the time you're sliding here and you're gonna hit that car anyway, because the car is uncontrollable half the time. You sort of have to hope for a good slide through the corners here and there. Here I have a good speed, but now, well, you have to go somewhere, so the barrier is the option, I guess, where you completely lose it. The reason I'm sort of wall riding here and there I lose a lot of speed. Bam. And we have finished. Somehow. Going manual, as I suggest in the chat box here to my mates, might be a thing, but I'm looking at the times here. See at 2:47 by paraglider. I'm in 27th place, so I already immediately saw, okay, this is not the way to go. Well, you have to go this way because it's that's the track, but not what it's supposed to be. That's for sure. So that was a monster, and first look at the brand time attack. So what if we found out later that, well, it's not so much wall riding because you lose a lot of speed there. But what we are going to do, it's a bit later, and I'm sort of going to hit the barriers now with well, sort of the corner of the car, somewhere between the side fenders and the headlights, something here and there hit the barriers, and other than that just keep it going. It already goes smoother. Here I lost it in the beginning, just go for the barrier. Here and there you have to brake, of course, because otherwise you're gonna completely come to a standstill. Also here, this is not my best run, but it's only a second down or something. So instead of wall riding, I'm now sort of wall bouncing. So I'm sort of trying to get a bounce from the barriers there, and then keep going on that way. This is a tricky corner. You're gonna get stuck there if you're going full for the barrier, so you have to brake there. That was kind of a good bounce. As you could see, I kind of gained some speed instead of losing some speed. Here I lost it again, so that bounce was not as perfect as it can be. So the idea is to sort of use the barrier, but not too long. Here, dive in, get a bounce from it, and away from the barrier again. And that is the fastest way to proceed on this track. Here we have pretty high speed, but yeah, now you need to figure it out somehow. This is a pretty good one. Was a bit hard, but in the first look there in the previous little video, it was going way slower at that point. Here this is not a good one. I'm stuck on the barrier, so I'm wall riding. So I lose some time there for sure. Also cutting here and there through the thick snow, but you lose less speed than actually wall riding or anything. This is a good one again. Bit hard maybe, but long straight to the finish, resulting in 2:57 or something. But I got stuck once, and two of those bounces were a bit hard. Now, of course, this needs to be fine-tuned over the week, but at this moment 2:55 is my best time, and that's good enough for third at the moment, although 8 seconds behind the paraglider, so my time needs to come down. But the result of it all is, with 6 events done and about 400 players ranked, I already have a platinum medal at this moment. First in the Speedtrap, second in the Monster Arena, third in the Brand Time Attack, fourth in the Drag Trial, third in the Stunts, and 10th in the Free Drive Challenge. With half of the events done. I still have to do the skill tests, which will be for tomorrow. Take a look at PvP, do the stunt race, and do the drift trial. And at the moment I am 42nd out of about 400 players, which is within the 10%. So I am platinum at the moment. Of course, tomorrow we are going to do the rest of the events, and from that moment on we are going to start controlling. So that will be it for this video. Part number 10, that is, going for the Miata. I will keep this series going for the rest of the week and eventually finish it up with receiving the Mazda Mx-5 if everything goes right. Normally it should. That's how I have planned it, but we'll see. I will see you guys in the next one, and bye for now.